Well, believe it or not, I was once adorable.
Why are you touring? Why do you still sing at a time when you could actually be enjoying your children?
Oh, I wouldn't know what else to do. I mean, I live a wonderful life, but it would not be me if I weren't singing. I will always sing. I'll be singing when they take me away.
Yes. And what about Al Jolson? Why was it? Let's go back to the start. You talked about being on the streets of Philly singing. Al Jolson was the most dominant influence on you.
That came later. My biggest influence was I sang in the temple, and I was a soloist with the choir.
So the synagogue, the Jewish temple.
Yes.
Yes.
And then when I became aware of Bing Crosby and Perry Como and Sinatra, and Al Jolson became a greater influence later on.
Yes. We've got to take a break. I want to keep you there, but as you mentioned Bing Crosby, tell us the time that you met Bing Crosby.
Oh, you mean the very first time?
Yeah.
Well, Eddie Kenner had brought me to California, and we went to the Hollywood Brown Derby, where everybody went.
The great restaurant, the famous restaurant.
Yes, and I was sitting in a booth, and actually we had finished, and we walking out, and a guy named Lester Gottlieb came along, ran into the door, and he said, "Would you like to meet Bing Crosby?" Oh, yes. He took me back and with the booth where Bing was sitting, and he said, "Bing, I want you to meet an up-and-coming, young man with a terrific voice. He's going to," and he said, "Hi," and he turned away from me. That was what? Can I tell the other time?
But just left you standing there as though you...
Oh, I was heartbroken. I couldn't believe that my idol, my great idol, it was Mr. America, just turned away, very cold. The time I opened the Tropicana Hotel in Las Vegas in 1957, Bing was hanging around the nightclub there, and never came in to see the show. But I used to come out and I used to watch to see what he was looking, what he'd be drinking, what he was doing. Anyway, he came in one time to see the show, and I introduced him, and I said he's more than apple pie and he's Mr. America, and I just went on and on and on, and Bing got up to take a bow, and he did this to me. And he broke my heart again.
Twice.
But, if you read about him now, I think people know about him now that he was a very, very cold man. They say, I hate to use this expression, but they say he peed ice water.
Is that right? It's a fairly graphic expression. Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk to Eddie Fisher again in 1 moment. Fisher, you're concerned. Do you get uptight? We're concerned as we have the countdown then about to go on air. Do you still get up uptight on stage?
No, not really. I think talking is a little more difficult than singing. When I sing, I really am myself. That's when I'm very much at home. Talking, I never was a good talker, except when sweet talk, But I can't do that with you, though, can I?
No, you can't sweet talk there. It won't work there at all. Now, you've talked a lot again. You've been very open about your addictions. Yes. Certainly, it started with pills?
Well, I know, actually, my beginning was with a couple of injections. I'd lost my voice at the Paramount Theater. I'd just gotten out of the Army, and I was doing 5 shows a day, 7 days a week.
Wow. And
I blew my voice trying to sing over the Bobby Soxers. And my piano player said, "I know somebody will bring back your voice right away." And he took me to see this doctor. He said, "Pull down your pants, roll up your sleeve." He gave me a shot in the arm and shot here. And he said, "Now sing." And my voice came back. And I said, "This is for me for life."
Now, this was Dr. Max Jacobson, who was also Judy Garland's doctor. Was he also Elvis's doctor?
No.
Okay.
That was a different kind of doctor. This Max, I think that, I don't know how much of a doctor he was to Judy Garland. She may have seen him a couple of times, but he was not her doctor.
But he had the famous cocktail for you
the vitamin cocktail with traces of methamphetamine and steroids. But he took care of people like Jackie Kennedy, and Cecil B. DeMille, Alan J. Lerner, Johnny Mathis, and Andy Williams. But he was known for, giving you a lift.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we don't need.
I guess at that stage, early stage of your career, you didn't think about drug addiction or didn't think about...
I don't think it was in anybody's vocabulary back then.
No.
There was so little of it and methamphetamine, I don't think, was outlawed yet.
Okay. So then pills and booze and...
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. for 37 years, and I've been sober 14 months. It's a great accomplishment for me.
14 months.
Yes.
And it's day by day. You say, how many days is that,
A day at
Eddie?
a time.
Yeah. And that was the result of the Betty Ford Clinic?
Yes, yes.
Had you tried drying out in other places?
Yes, I went to Switzerland a couple of times, and but each time I went back and started doing whatever I was doing.
Why is it different now?
Because now I have I have to go to meetings. I've been to over 250 meetings in 14 months, and
Is this like Alcoholics Anonymous, like that?
that's, yes,
Similar.
AA, NA, and I almost have to go to OA, which is Overeaters Anonymous now. That's my big
Eating.
yes. But that's the whole. You must do it a day at a time. You got to go to meetings, and you got to find your higher power.
Right.
You got to be with God, because you can't handle yourself. You can't be your... I was a God for so long, and nobody said no, that I wasn't. Until I met a lady, and she's the one that said, "Are you on drugs?" And I said, "No, me? No, I'm never, not me. Tylenol. I used to be on drugs. I lie. We all lie a lot." And she kept after me, and then one day she stopped saying, "Are you on drugs?" She said, "How would you like to go to the Betty Ford Center?" And I was on my way. I said, "Yep." And that was 14 months ago. I'm very, very grateful to this lady. She's here with me in Australia.
You brought her here. You're married to her?
No, we're not married. She
Okay.
won't marry me. She's too smart.
Is that right? So the sweet talking didn't work with her? You still
no, it
try.
didn't.
Do you look back with, I mean, obviously you see the success of Carrie Fisher, then you say, well, that's wonderful. Do you look back with regret on your life, or do you look back with joy?
Oh, no, I'm a very, very lucky man. I've had a wonderful life, even whatever. We all have problems, and I'm lucky to be here, and I am even very, I'm very proud to be Carrie Fisher's father. I didn't realize it until I've only been here 2 days, and I realize here more than any place that my big claim to fame now is I'm Carrie Fisher's father.
Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
Princess Leia's father.
That's a switch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Were you shocked? Were you surprised? Were you disappointed when she revealed that you and she had used cocaine together? Are they the sorts of secrets?
I even denied that.
Did you?
I did, but it's true.
Yeah. Okay.
We had a great deal of fun, though. She's a wonderful, wonderful girl, and she's been sober, I think, over 6 years.
So she's in front of you. All right, Eddie. Good to talk to you. Eddie's latest album is "I Want You With Me," which is available now in Australia on CD and tape and disc. He's also published a book, "My Life, My Loves." As I say, gee, don't hold anything back on that one. Enjoy Australia this time. This is second or third trip to Australia, isn't it?
This is my third. I didn't remember the second one.
That was sometime back in the 80s, was it?
That's right.
Sometime back in those wonderful 80s. Thanks. Would you please thank Eddie Fisher for us?